Well, my fellow Jordan Peele fanatics. One of my favorite modern day directors. I mean, definitely one of the best comedians turned directors I've seen. We have Jordan Peele's very own Nope film. This is kind of his junior year film and directing. If you want to count Candyman because of his writing credits and stuff like that, go for it. I mean, this could be him graduating from directing, but it really isn't because I think he still has his magnum opus still in the makes. And one thing I want to point out before we get into this review, I think it was hilarious how Logan Paul put out a terrible review for this film and people were on his head. You know, I watch Impulsive and stuff, and shout out to Logan Paul, but I think the fact that that's the most trending thing about this movie is that Logan Paul gave a bad review for the movie and people were just on his head. It's a cult following, really. Jordan Peele has great fans. I'm one of them. I wouldn't say I'm a part of the cult. Um, I'm not going to say this movie's perfect at all. It is very hard to understand and kind of comprehend, wrap your head over what the purpose of the movie is, what this alien is, what the origin of it is, and maybe if they want to do a sequel, they can really go back and explain a couple things. There are a couple of things that aren't explained. There's like the classic mistake where you experience the monster, you survive the monster, but can't tell the tale. That's kind of that's kind of like the classic mistake that this movie made. Like you're not like the cable guy. I thought the cable guy or the tech guy. The tech guy was a great character, by the way. I really liked him. We will get in the plot here in a couple seconds, but I just wanted to kind of go on a little rant here because I'm prideful about this movie. You know, I was really excited to go see it when it first came out. I was like, oh my goodness, Jordan Peele directed another movie. I'm going. Us and Get Out, they weren't necessarily masterpieces to me, but the messages, the plot, the concepts of the movie were so good that I can't not like the movie, you know. Can't not like those movies, you know. Get Out, it's about this racist family that like tries to seduce this guy into getting him murdered. Um, Go watch those movies if you haven't. My God, Us is kind of about like this charity that was going on in the this fundraiser, this movement that was kind of going on in America and like taking it into the extremes in kind of like a literal sense of like people holding hands and stuff and you have like this evil version of yourself. It's kind of a crazy movie. Go watch those. I might honestly go rewatch those eventually. But Nope, I mean, it's got a cool concept too. Some of the parts of it are very cliche. Um, so let's get through the plot. In 1998, on the soundstage for the sitcom Gordy's Home, which we don't figure out that it's Gordy's home until we're talking to this, I don't even know what character it is, this like actor, you know. A chimpanzee animal actor attacks and maims three of its co-stars after being startled by the pop of a helium balloon. So every time a helium balloon would pop, he would go out killing people. And the second I saw this scene in the theaters, I was like, oh my god, this movie's going to be disgusting and grim. Wasn't as grim as this scene was. This was about as extreme as it got. Um, the show's youngest actor, Ricky Jupe Park, hides under a table and is traumatized by the experience. He's going to grow up to be the actor that they talk about and the guy that runs the ranch, by the way. That's who this guy is. The chimp finds Jupe and is unusually friendly to him before being shot dead by authorities. And they kind of play this back throughout the show. There's definitely I haven't quite wrapped my head around like the concept, what the theories are. I mean, Jordan Peele films are definitely open to interpretation, which is why I've liked him so much as a director. He has so much like discussion that can be held behind his movies, and it's just a great form of expression. In the present day, ranch owner, oh, it's not him. I'm stupid. Otis Haywood Sr. trains and handles horses for film and television productions. Um, Otis Sr. Oh, never mind. My fault. When Otis Sr. is killed by a nickel that fell inexplicably from the sky was very interesting. His children, Otis O.J. Hayward Jr. and Emerald M. Haywood, inherit the ranch. Otis is played by I can't remember his last name, Daniel Kaluuya, and surprisingly, Emerald Haywood, I didn't expect Jordan Peele to get a cast member like this. Keke Palmer, a very iconic actress, a very funny actress. She's a part of some pretty funny movies. And she's pretty comical. She gives the group kind of comical relief throughout this movie, which I enjoy. Um, OJ tries to keep the business afloat and maintain his father's legacy, while M seeks fame and fortune in Hollywood. So, yeah. The Haywoods claim that the unnamed man in the famous The Horse in Motion pictures was their ancestor. So, um, it's cool. So, kind of the thing that they're showing at the beginning of the movie. 6 months later, while filming a commercial with prominent cinematographer Antlers Holst, one of the horses reacts violently when the crew fails to respect its boundaries. So I guess they're kind of like discussing like animal torture, like cruelty, putting them in the spotlight, making them do things they're not comfortable with doing, not letting them be free. And maybe the animals represent actors. I don't know. There's so much you can interpret about the film. The Haywoods are fired from the project, and the ranch's financial woes force OJ to sell horses to Jupe, who has moved nearby and set up a small theme park called Jupiter's Claim, where he exploits his story of the Gordy's home incident for profit. It's kind of weird. He's using kind of this one occurrence. Obviously, it's a big occurrence in Hollywood. I mean, a fucking monkey went crazy and killed 3 people. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it'll never be forgotten. Like, if that happened in real life, which maybe it has, I don't know. That'd be nuts. M encourages OJ to sell the ranch to Jupe, feeling no connection to the business and recalling that their father broke his promise to teach her how to train her own horse. So M is kind of just this selfish character. She wants stuff kind of done her way. I don't know. She's kind of an annoying character. Like at the beginning of the movie, she's kind of an annoying character, but you start to kind of like her throughout. She has some funny bits, some funny one-liners. So yeah, it's cool. By the way, if you're looking to get jump scared, there's like a couple of scenes in this, but overall, it's not the scariest movie I've ever seen. This is just kind of a piece of cinematography to kind of appreciate, and a concept to appreciate. That's kind of what I look at it as. The Haywoods notice that their electricity is fluctuating and that their horses are vanishing or violently reacting to an unknown presence. So at this point in the film, we're like, okay, this is where the aliens come in. The aliens. I thought when they said aliens, there was going to be a bunch of little aliens running around stealing horses. That would have been kind of silly, but now that I think about it. They discover an unidentified flying object, UFO, that has been devouring their horses and spitting out inorganic matter, which caused Otis's death. So they spit out the nickel. That was crazy. He got killed by like a piece of nickel. That's very unfortunate. The siblings decide to document evidence of the UFO's existence and recruit Fry's electronics employee, Angel Torres, to set up surveillance cameras. He is one of my favorites. He is such a great character in this show, in this movie. Absolutely fantastic. Electrical interference from the UFO and a praying mantis on one of the cameras prevents them from getting clear footage, but Angel notices a nearby cloud that never moves, so this kind of clues them in that, hey, something's happening, something's definitely here. They deduce that is the UFO's hiding place, even though it's pretty obvious. Jupe introduces a live show in Jupiter's Claim called the Star Lasso Experience, planning to use a horse as bait to lure out the UFO, which is very fucked up, which he has been feeding the Haywoods horses to for months, ridiculous, in front of a paying audience. So this guy is like profitable. He's using disaster to profit. Maybe that's something else you can kind of deduce from the film as well. The UFO arrives and devours Jupe, his family, and the audience. So very quickly, Jupe dies out in this film, which I was surprised we didn't get like a little fight at the end between the two. That would have been a cool concept, but I guess the direction that the film went in wasn't too bad. OJ deduces that the UFO is not an alien spaceship, but a predatory terrestrial cryptid creature asserting dominance, and that it does not eat those who do not look directly at it. It's like a fucking Enderman, bro. But yeah, it's not a UFO. It's like a creature that's like shaped as a UFO. So I think that's really cool. I don't think we've really, sorry, my PlayStation just turned on. I don't think we really see creatures like that all that often in shows. Utilizing similar methods to those used to break and train horses, OJ believes they can influence the creature's behavior to get footage of it without being killed. So yeah, OJ's kind of learning about like, this creature's kind of like a horse in a way, and that's why all the horses are like attracted to it. That's like another, guys, there's no definitive like explanation for what's happening in this movie. That's what makes it such a good film. After a second attempt of recording footage of the creature, now dubbed Jean Jacket by the Haywoods from its cloud nest, the three decide to hire Hoist for assistance. Or Holst. Holst is the cinematographer, the guy that's trying to get the perfect shot, and it kind of turns into a villain here. It's so cool. I mean, I've never really seen a movie like this. I'm going to be honest. You've seen the Alien movies before. It's really cool here, though. I feel like if I watched it again, I'd really appreciate it. Holst initially refuses, but eventually reconsiders after hearing about the Star Lasso experience disaster, which like 40 people got fucking devoured. To counteract Jean Jacket's effects on electronics, Holst brings a hand-cranked IMAX film camera to capture footage. This guy's an absolute genius. Gotta give it to him. The three work out a plan using two-man props to determine where the creature is in the sky. And my god, this next scene that's about to happen is hilarious. This is fucking funny as hell. A trespassing TMZ reporter. When you find out this guy is a TMZ reporter, I think it's gut-wrenching, like, it's gut-busting fucking comedy. The fact that a TMZ reporter was included in the show by Jordan Peele, I gotta give him props. That's a funny little bit, a little SNL type thing. He's thrown from his motorcycle because of the interference and consumed while begging OJ to film the event. God, this was funny. No one in the film theater necessarily laughed, but it's just fucking hilarious. The way the guy looked, he was like dressed in all silver, driving an electric bike. Oh man. Holst is overcome by the sight of Jean Jacket and allows himself to be devoured along with his camera, ruining the group's plan and forcing the remaining three to separate. So yeah, this guy just sabotages. After Angel survives an attack from Jean Jacket by wrapping himself in barbed wire, revealing its true form as being a being resembling a biblical angel, so we don't know what this creature is kind of till the end. OJ lures the creature away from M while she uses the motorcycle to travel to Jupiter's claim. And, yeah. There, M untethers the fair's large helium balloon mascot into Jean Jacket, which it begins feeding on due to the balloon's eyes, fake eyes, while M uses the analog camera and an attraction to photograph Jean Jacket before the helium in the balloon explodes, killing it. So, she tries to get the perfect shot there, and she does. With the picture as proof of its existence, M sees OJ outside the park having survived his encounter with Jean Jacket, sitting on his horse in a manner resembling the horse in motion. Such a full circle movie. I like this movie. Like, the first time I saw it, I kind of walked out of the theater like, okay, I mean, this isn't, like, I don't know why I made such a big first impression. I was like, this isn't really the best Jordan Peele film we've seen. But it's alright. I mean, it was pretty enjoyable. There were definitely some elements that I will enjoy on first watch no matter what. But yeah. So, let's see. I mean, Jordan Peele got some pretty good praise for it. 83% on Rotten Tomatoes, dude. Average 17.4. Admirable for its originality and ambition, even when its reach exceeds its grasp. Nope adds Spielbergian spectacle to Jordan Peele's growing arsenal. I mean, 7.7 out of 10 on Metacritic. Generally favorable reviews. People like this film, and I like that they like this film. I mean, this is really allowing Jordan Peele to get a name as a director, at least. Obviously, Key and Peele, he's always had a name for that. Average grade of B on Cinema Score. Post-track, 79% positivity rates. Nope may not be Jordan Peele's best movie to date, but it is his most enjoyable. A true summer movie spectacle meant to be writ large across the screen, giving us thrills, chills, laughs, and that most precious of things, movie magic. It doesn't hurt that Peele's latest boasts some of the most inspired alien designs since H.R. Giger left his mark on the genre, that Kaluuya's eyes remaining some of Hollywood's most special effects, as Nope gets almost as much mileage from their wariness as Get Out squeezed from their clarity. It's through that Nope searches for a new way of seeing, returns the Haywoods to their rightful place in film history, and creates the rare Hollywood spectacle that doesn't leave us looking for more. I would love to see a sequel, but yeah, it's true. It's a love letter to filmmaking. Brandon Perea, standout role as Angel Torres? I think so. Kaluuya and obviously Kiki Palmer did great as well. As Nope swerves and reels, it often seems distracted by itself, unable to hold its focus on any one thing long enough for deeper meaning or feeling to coalesce. That's what we get from Vanity Fair. I'm calling out the people that, yeah. The Wrap said, this ultimately feels like 4 very promising movies mashed together. Really, though? With spectacular highlights bumping into each other in a way that's ultimately lacking, even as they all demonstrate the prowess and bravado of the filmmaker. It's the most. It was voted most anticipated film of the year at the Hollywood Critics Association Mid-Season Film Awards. That's cool. I don't really have much else to say. I don't think it deserves any negative review. I just think, I don't know. It is kind of like, I don't know how to describe this. It's just a weird movie to kind of talk about, and I had so much to say about it. It's a 16-minute video, so I'm just very prideful about Jordan Peele's work, and may he please keep making movies. I mean, this it's not like I saw this movie and I'm like, Jordan Peele, never direct again. It's just that it didn't really catch me the very first time, but I feel like once it comes out on Blu-ray, I might buy it and watch it a couple more times once it comes out on streaming services as well. But anyways, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I still have another film and some TV show reviews to get into. So yeah, have a good rest of your day. I gotta get ready for work here in about 2.5 hours, so I'm just trying to get these videos bumped out and kind of relax. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing anything tonight. Possibly watch a movie. We'll see what movie though. Maybe like, who knows? I'm out.